It began right here in 1872, and here it continues to play each and every year. Hi, I'm Paul Ryan, and welcome to America's Heartland. This time, coming at you from the Colorado State Fair in the city of Pueblo. It's a fun-filled 11 days in late August, primarily highlighting the state's agriculture. And here you'll find all manner of food, everything from funnel cakes to corn dogs to these red-hot chili fries. Oh, they do look hot. Thank you. We're back now at the Colorado State Fair in Pueblo with the state's Commissioner of Agriculture, John Stolp. How important do you see a fair like this being to educate kids and kind of move them in the direction of, you know, next generation farmers and ranchers?
Well, it's extremely important because it helps showcase agriculture to often a consuming public that's not as involved with agriculture as they may have been several generations ago. There's great opportunities in agriculture today, but there's a lot of other attractions that take people away from agriculture and farming in general. But I think there are a lot of kids coming back to agriculture in a different form. We see a lot of young people coming back into the agribusinesses, banking, extension service, education. And that's one thing I think that the fair does. It gives people that are maybe a generation or two away from agriculture an opportunity to think back. We're all involved in agriculture if we eat each day, and most of us do. And so there are great opportunities to educate people here, young and old, those right off the farm or those that have been away from the farm for a while. My role is in large part as a cheerleader for agriculture to point out what a connection we have with the rest of the state. We're important to the state's economy. We're important to the health of everybody in the state. And so agriculture is a lot of the basis of our quality of life here in Colorado.
But here at the Colorado State Fair in Pueblo, they've been looking at it and highlighting it since 1872. Just imagine, that was 4 years before Custer was killed at the Little Bighorn and 9 years before the shootout at the OK Corral. The first fair here was actually held before Colorado was even a state.
The fair started in 1872, but it didn't become a state fair until 1886. I've come here since the first fair.
Well, perhaps that's a bit of an exaggeration, but Jim Cook must hold some kind of record. Now, how many years have you been coming here to this fair?
Close to 60 years.
60 years?
Yeah, I've gone to almost every rodeo and every day of the fair for almost 60 years.
Jim's gathered much of what is displayed in this museum.
This saddle is the saddle from the first Colorado State Fair rodeo queen, Lucille Huntley, 1937.
And then over here, Jim,
This is the only pin I've seen like that. It says Souvenir President Taft, 1909 Colorado State Fair.
And if the president took in the rodeo while he was here, this is something he may have seen.
If you watch bull riding, you'll notice that the clown picks up the barrel and walks with it. That was designed by Jimmy Schumacher, an early rodeo clown. This barrel is prior to him inventing a walking barrel.
This old barrel has changed a bit since then, but it's still used in the same way.
There's usually two bull fighters and one barrel man. And I'm the barrel man who's the entertainer. The bull fighters are the guys that protect the cowboys and get the bulls to chase them.
But you still provide some sort of a diversion.
Mostly by my knees shaking, that's about it, actually. Generally what I do is if a bull's coming at me, right from where you're looking, everybody's looking, come at me, I do this, throw my hat at them and then duck down.
This is a rank bucking horse.
The rodeo holds the same thrills as it did way back when. And the midway is almost certainly more exciting, although some of us prefer a slower pace. Oh yeah, there is nothing like the Ferris wheel at night. This is the ride you want to take. You get the bird's eye view, you get all the lights, the color, and for an old geezer like me, it's easy. Clearly, from the rodeo to the animals, the spirit of this fair remains the same as it has for generations.
It gives us a chance to not only showcase the young people, the future of agriculture in Colorado, but it helps people reconnect with agriculture to understand a little better where their food's coming from.
So it's a bit about learning and food and fun.
I'm pet all the animals.
But most of all, it's about families just being together.